The beauty of Greece is an imagination of an artist who has rightly described the place with the most vibrant colors. There are many places to visit in Greece that have inspired writers for ages to bring out the mysterious history and Greek mythology. Be it Homer or Aristophanes and Herodotus, the great works of these inspiring writers have kept the history of Greek alive in their words. Today, Greece is among the top holiday destination for travelers who are keen to discover every fascinating architecture and relive the history. There are islands housing the serene beaches, the old vintage towns with inspiring history, the castles, forts, and every spellbinding attraction that can leave you mesmerized. If you are planning a Greece holiday anytime sooner, check out the best places you can add to your holiday list. This is why I wanted to share some of my very favorite and best places in Greece that you should think of exploring. Some are tiny little islands, whilst others are historic fishing villages that I'm hoping you'll love. You see, the thing with Greece is that lots of visitors just go to visit the stunning Greek islands, and rightly so. Honestly, they are incredible and one of my favorite areas in Greece. That being said, there's so much more to Greece than just the islands. This is why I've tried to show off a few mainland places you might not have considered. The Acropolis, Athens. The Acropolis towers over the ageless city of Athens, an enduring beacon of beauty and history. Get lost in the magnificent maze of ancient ruins, including the Grand Propylaea Gate, Odeon of Rhodes Atticus, and Temple of Athena Nike. Join a guided tour to gain more insights into the archaeological sites, especially the Parthenon, which represents the pinnacle of classical Greek architecture. And be sure to combine your tour of the ancient site with a visit to the Acropolis Museum to see artifacts from these historic sites, and get some air conditioning, too. 2. Santorini, Cycladic Islands. Santorini is one of the most beautiful islands of the Cyclades. From the crescent-shaped caldera to the picturesque villages Fira and Oia studded with whitewashed houses, this island is absolutely stunning from any angle. Spend a few idyllic days enjoying the island's archaeological sites in Akrotiri, and the unique red beach and black sand Phocis Beach. Experience a different side of Santorini by visiting the island's excellent wineries and vineyards or hopping on a sunset cruise. Santorini is famed for its spectacular sunsets, so check out our guide for the best spots to view the Santorini sunset. The island is packed during the peak season, so book your ferry or plane tickets early. Here are more tips about the best time to visit Santorini. 3. Delphi, Phocis. Delphi is surrounded by breathtaking Greek landscapes as it sits on Mount Parnassus and offers a sweeping vista of the Gulf of Corinth. Considered by the ancient Greeks to be the center of the world, Delphi is home to the venerated sanctuary of Apollo and the sanctuary of Athena Pranea. Pilgrims used to walk the sacred way to the temple of Apollo to communicate with the gods through the oracle who shared prophecies. Join one of the informative tours and visit the Delphi Archaeological Museum to learn more about Greek beliefs and ways of life. And consider spending a night in the town of Delphi so you'll have more time to explore the region. 4. Hydra, Saronic Gulf Islands. The jewel of the Saronic Gulf Islands, Hydra is the perfect island getaway. After a short 2-hour boat ride from Athens, you'll be transported to Hydra's iconic curved harbor. Slow down in the traffic-free town and wander through the cobbled streets. Embark on a scenic hike to Prophetess Elia's monastery and continue your trek to Mount Aros, the island's highest peak, where you'll be rewarded with a striking panorama of the island. Hydra deserves more than a day trip from Athens, so allocate more time and include other islands like Aegina and Spetses on your itinerary. 5. Crete. With its sun-kissed coastlines and dramatic cliffs, Crete makes for an unforgettable Mediterranean vacation. The largest Greek island boasts the impressive Palace of Knossos and other important Minoan archaeological sites. Relax on the pristine, pink sand Elefsinici Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in Greece. For a hassle-free holiday, Sign up for a full-day tour to explore the island's well-preserved port cities like Chania and Heraklion. Crete's popular Samaria Gorge National Park welcomes you with steep ravines, waterfalls, and rich flora and fauna. The best time to visit Crete is in May when flowers paint the island's landscape with radiant hues. 6. Meteora, Thessaly. Meteora, with its medieval monasteries built on extraordinary rock formations, is one of the most memorable spots in Greece. The name Meteora means suspended in the air, in Greek. Today, 6 monasteries remain, and the oldest and largest building is the Great Meteoran Monastery. Climb the stairs to see the lavish frescoes and mosaics inside the historic buildings. Base your visit in the neighboring towns of Kalambaka or Kastraki so you can leisurely explore the region. Spend in the night will also give you the opportunity to join a special sunset tour of the monasteries and see the sights without the daytime crowds. 7. Corfu, Ionian Islands. The main island of the Ionian Islands, Corfu is one of the most beautiful and hidden parts of Greece. The island's dreamy landscape of lush mountains and cobalt blue waters is believed to have inspired Shakespeare's last play, The Tempest. The old town of Corfu charms with its colorful architecture featuring Venetian, French, and English influences. Experience the town's culture as you stroll through the atmospheric streets and its landmarks, Liston and Spionata Square. The island is filled with other attractions like the Palaeokastritsa Monastery and Palaeokastritsa Beach. Join an island-hopping boat tour to explore the smaller Ionian islands Antipaxos and Paxos. 8. Navagio Beach, Zakynthos. The most photographed beach in Greece. Quite probably. Navagia, meaning shipwreck, on the northwestern coast of Zakynthos in the Ionian Sea takes its name from it being the final resting place of the MV Panagiotis, which beached here in a storm in 1980. The origins of the wreck remain unclear, with some claiming it was a smuggler ship and others saying it was simply an accident. What is for sure is that the Panagiotis sinking brought this beautiful Greek beach much international acclaim. Reached either from the water or an arduous hike down steep white cliffs, and back again, the beach consists of an incredible arc of white sand kissed by equally perfect turquoise waters. The rusting hulk of the wreck is a stark contrast to this beauty, but makes a dramatic backdrop to photographs nonetheless. 9. Skopelos, Sporades Islands. With its sun-drenched beaches and bright azure waters, Skopelos is truly a visual treat. In fact, the island is so picturesque it was the setting of the musical film Mamma Mia. One of the best ways to enjoy the island is simply lazing on the golden beaches dotting its incredible coastlines. Get up close with dolphins, turtles, and seals at the National Marine Park of Ionissos northern Sporades. Don't forget to visit other Sporades islands like Skiathos and Skiros which are blessed with attractive landscapes, too. Late spring and early summer are ideal for visiting Skopelos when it's peaceful and flowers are in bloom. If you visit in February, you're in luck as the islanders celebrate the traditional carnival. 10. Rhodes, the Dodecanese. The Dodecanese is the southernmost archipelago of the Greek islands. The largest island of the 12 Dodecanese islands, Rhodes is a fairy tale-like destination. The old town of Rhodes and the Acropolis of Lindos are characterized by medieval architecture blending harmoniously with the island's all-encompassing natural landscape. The glistening waters lapping on Rhodes' flawless coastlines invite you to hop on boat tours, and swim, snorkel, and even kayak in scenic bays like Anthony Quinn Bay. Plan your island escapade just before or after the peak period in July and August to avoid crowds and still enjoy the warm weather. Check out our guide to the best time to visit Greece to plan your next trip. 11. Corinth Canal. For a seafaring nation like Greece, the Isthmus of Corinth, the narrow strip of land that connects the mainland to the Peloponnese, was nothing short of an inconvenience. Sailing around the vast peninsula would add some 180 miles for any journey from the Aegean to the Ionian Sea, adding hours if not days to a journey. The problem is not a modern one. Cutting through the land to create a canal passage was first mooted in the 7th century BC, and even Julius Caesar had a failed attempt to construct the shortcut. It was not until the late 19th century that a project was finally budgeted for, and construction began on the 4-mile canal. Dug almost entirely by hand and completed in 1893, the passage never quite took off as hoped thanks to the maximum boat beam that can sail, its length being just 74 feet. Nonetheless, it remains a remarkable feat of engineering, especially when viewed from the pedestrian bridge some 170 feet above the water below. If you get the chance to travel through by boat, the sight is extraordinary. In places, the canal is so narrow you feel as though you can touch the sides. 12. Little Venice. Mykonos. Mykonos is well known as Greece's upmarket party island, as loved today by the LGBTQ+ community as it was in the 1950s by Hollywood celebs and their counterparts in the Greek film industry. The port, with its pretty, iconic windmills, chic cafes and bars, jewelry shops, and big-name designer boutiques, retains its own charm. One of the best things to do in Mykonos is to visit Little Venice, a small community of Venetian-era buildings, many of which have brightly painted balconies or terraces that look over the small harbor around which they are situated. Given the long period of Venetian rule in the 1500s, architecture influenced by the Greek island's former occupiers is not particularly unusual, but in few places do the houses kiss the water as they do here. Many of the buildings are now in the hands of cool galleries and hip bars, and overlooking this harbor from a terrace with a drink in hand is as pretty as Greece can get. 13. Meteora. For unbelievable views, pay a visit to Meteora, located in Thessaly, 3 hours drive from Thessaloniki. The area is made up of massive rock formations reaching toward the sky. Inside the gorgeous formations sit several monasteries, and the whole site is UNESCO listed. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to drop me a like, comment and hit that subscribe button for the latest travel videos. And remember to ring that notification bell to be updated whenever I release a new video.